It's very normal to want to find the right person for you. No one said it wasn't. It's very understandable to seek human connection, because when human connection is genuine and it's honest, it's very nice to experience and it's very beautiful. However, I wholeheartedly believe that instead of always looking for the right person, you should focus first on becoming the right person. It's very natural to want to be selfish when it comes to a person for you, because you want the best for you, obviously. But how are you going to want the best when you yourself are not still? If you're not the best version of you, if you're not in that level where you feel sure of who you are and where you enjoy who you are as a person, where you love yourself, everything you have, everything that you've been through, you as a whole human, if you don't love yourself now first, you can't love anybody else. Especially not the right person. The saying, like, you have to love yourself before you love anybody else. That is so fucking true. It's so fucking true. If you don't love who you are as a person now, if you don't love yourself whole as you are right now, you're not gonna be able to love the right person properly. A lot of women, a lot of girls, we see this, where we ourselves, we love ourselves, right? But the person or the partner that we were with, or that we are with, whatever, if they don't love themselves first, they're gonna end up hurting you. Whenever I love a person, whenever I'm like in a relationship and like and I love that person like wholeheartedly, truly, 100%, because I love myself that much too, I know that I have to try my hardest to not lose that person. I love myself so much that I wouldn't want to put myself through losing someone that I love that much. So if you are in a relationship, or like if you're like you're dealing with a person who says that they love you and you are their person, right? Who says that you're the one for them and you're the right person for them. However, they're not showing up for you the way that you need them to show up for you, is because they themselves have not become the right person for you. You might be the right person for them. That's cool. Good for you. Good for you for being that person. They're not the right person for you though. They haven't done the work. They haven't learned how to be healthy. They haven't learned how to love themselves properly, to the point that they would not want to put themselves through losing something that they love that much as well. And this isn't solely to talk about romantic relationships. This also talks about friendships. You have to be the right friend. You cannot want like a best friend. You cannot want to have a friend that will do anything for you, and who you guys can go and do anything, whatever you want, if you wouldn't do the same for them. If you wouldn't be that same person for them. You have to focus on you first. Focusing on becoming the right person instead of focusing on finding the right person is the best gateway for you to not only find pure happiness within you and like with who you are and like where you are in life, but it will bring you genuine self-love. And when you reach that level of self-love, you get to a point where you really don't need anybody else but yourself. And this is not in like a sad manner, you know what I mean? Like for me, like I'm not ever with a man because I need him. I'm not ever with a partner or with like a friend or with like a friend group because I need them. If I'm in a relationship, it's because I want a relationship, like I'm not gonna be with a man because I need them. No, like you're with me because I kind of want you, like that's it. I don't need you. And that comes with a lot of self-love, like knowing that like you're like whole completely 100% you, and you really don't need anybody else. And this is not to turn you off to the idea of like finding the right person. Absolutely not. You will find the right person, but you will find the right person when you yourself have become the right person too. I did like a lot of inner work prior to getting into like a long-term relationship, and what I worked prior to that was being a healthy partner. And every single relationship I have ever been in, I've always tried my best, in terms of healthy communication, not being toxic, and all these things. But I had to do that work first. I couldn't ask for someone else to just come into my life and fix it up for me if I didn't know how to do it first, if I didn't know how to do it by myself first. And because I was doing all the work by myself at first with the wrong people, I would end up seeing, okay, well, they're not the right person for me. And with that comes a lot of conflict, because you can see your partner and you can be like, okay, well, they can do better, and you know that they can do better. However, that's just you. Stay with me. The potential that you see in people, it's not from them. Really it's not from them. It's from you. It's just a reflection of you. It's a reflection of what you would be doing in their shoes. Not them, just you, because you've done the work. Probably, I hope so. So if you're the right person for somebody, but you are with a person who's not the right one for you, you're gonna see yourself projecting a lot of your potential and like your goals and all your achievements that you were able to do by yourself. If they're the wrong person, you're gonna end up projecting it towards them, and it's gonna cause conflict, because they're gonna be like, okay, like, you don't love me for who I am, you know, like you want me to change and stuff, when you're like, no, like, I just want you to be better. But the right person for you is someone who you won't have to force to change. Is the right person for you is going to be someone who has already done the work just as much as you have to meet you to your level. Most of this is purely talking about self-love, you know, learn how to love yourself, you know, learn how to be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. But stop focusing on other people. Stop focusing on other people being great. Stop focusing on a person that you want and how great they're gonna be if you yourself don't even feel great. You know, you have to feel great. You have to feel good about you. You have to be so enamored by who you are as a person. You have to be so proud of all the work that you've done for yourself, by yourself, to the point that the next person that comes in gives you what you just cannot give yourself. Does that make sense? Love yourself to such an extent that you do everything to love yourself, to make you feel good, that the next person that comes into your life only adds to it. They need to add something to your life. They need to be that one missing piece. They need to be the right piece for you, the right person for you. And the right person for you is gonna grow with you. The right person for you is gonna keep leveling up with you, meet you at the same fucking level, and then just keep going from there. If you meet someone where you're up here, right, because you've done the work, because you've taken the time to do the introspection and to do some self-digging and love yourself. If you're up here but you're with someone that's up here and you're like, oh, well, I see potential in them, bitch, they're gonna bring you down. But that said, if you're up here, if you haven't done the work over here, if you're not the right person just yet for you, and you want someone that's up here, what do I even have to explain myself? Focus on you. Like, focus on you first. I'm gonna talk about my mom real quick. My mom, she doesn't like that I've been single for like a minute, you know, but that's fine. She was like, oh my god, like, you shouldn't be single. My thing though is that, like, I've done so much work inside and out that at this point, it's just like I said, I will not get in a single relationship with anybody if I don't see that they're adding something into my life, if I don't see that they're adding something meaningful. It's because I already add a lot of things into my life. I already tell myself every single day how pretty I am, how beautiful I am, how amazing I am, and every single day I'm showing up for myself, and every single day I'm doing all these things for myself that make me feel good, that make me feel loved, and every single day I make myself proud. So to bring in someone who doesn't have those qualities in their life, to bring in someone who wouldn't do the same for me, to bring in someone who wouldn't add to that, who wouldn't elevate that, it makes no sense to me. And that's why you should strive even further to become the right person. Because what if the right person for you does not want someone that hasn't done the work? What if the right person for you does not want someone that's not gonna add something better into their lives? I know that whenever I like enter someone's lives, because I've been told, but I know that whenever I enter someone's life, I tend to add a lot, you know, a lot in the best ways possible. One of my good friends that I met like last year, she tells me how grateful she is for me. Like, every single time we're together, every single time we hang out, she's always like, yeah, like, I feel like I was meant to be your friend. Like, I feel like we were meant to meet, you know, we were meant to learn from each other. And that's very true. But that's the thing. I wouldn't be that person for her had I not done the work. Had I not done all of that healing that I did not want to do. And let me tell you, it's not easy. Okay, it's not the easiest thing to just be like, yeah, I love yourself, you know. I think I've talked about this before, but it takes a minute, but it takes a lot of braverism. I got that from Wicked. Oh my god, I love Wicked. Sorry. It takes a lot of braveness to look within the traumas, the past, your bad traits, your good traits that you want to change, traits that you miss about yourself. It's tough to look at that, right? But it's so worth it in the end. And I think it just benefits so many people, especially the people that you surround yourself with. And if you're talking about a partner, if you're talking about a relationship, it'll be so good for them too. It'll be so good for them to know that you did the work, you know, that you're there, you know, and that you're strong with who you are, and that you are comfortable with dealing with the hard stuff. That as much as we are sensitive people, because, you know, I made a whole video about this, as much as you can be a sensitive person, you're still strong enough. You're still courageous, you know, against the world. You should get to a point in your self-love journey, in your journey to better yourself, where you can just say that you love it here. A lot of people try to run away from their situation, but you can't run away from a situation when you're the one that's part of it. A lot of people don't like their circumstances, or they just don't feel fully pleased with themselves because they haven't done the work to look at their surroundings and simply ask, like, what can I change? What do I want to change from this? You know, if I don't like it here, why is it that I don't like it here? What can I change? What can I do to change? What can I do to like it here? And by here, I mean where you are, you, like the place in your life that you're at here. There's this really nice text that I read once, and it says, luxury is waking up and being able to say, I love it here. I love what I've become. I love how I feel. I love how sure I am about myself. I love that I can let go. I love that I can say no. I love that I can love. And I love where life has taken me. The times that I went through, like, the hard stuff, the times where I went through very confusing areas of my life and very hurtful areas of my life, very painful moments, I remember not wanting any of it. And I remember hating it. Hating it. But I was aware of it, you know. I was aware of my hatred for those moments, and I was aware of how much I didn't enjoy it. But at the same time, I was also aware in the moment this was crucial for my development, that this was crucial for me to go through. Because looking back and analyzing everything, not only from recent events, or like events that happened 15 years ago or something. Oh my god, I just felt so old, because 15 years ago I was like, what? Like 8? Point is, all those moments from 15 years ago, from a year ago, or whatever, from however long they've been, I am grateful for it all. It sucked at the time, and it still, you know, you look back and you're like, ugh, you know, like you still kind of go, ugh, because you don't want to think about that, because it's bad memories. However, I love the person that I became because of those things. I love the push that it gave me to change. I love the healing that it forced me to go through. I love that I let all those things better me. But that's the thing, that was my choice. I chose to become a better person. I chose to make myself proud. I chose to start loving myself properly, and not just in a superficial way. A lot of the love that I had for myself at one point came from the approval of others. Like, if others approved of me, then I love myself that much. No good. Don't recommend it. So when I stepped out of that, and I really just like worked on me and on myself and my head and all these things, I was like, okay, I need to not let outside opinions affect me. That was my goal, because that's how I used to view myself at one point. So it's your turn, you know, to like look into what it is that you're putting importance to. And if it's to find the right person, then again, you have to become that person first. Because the right person, they're gonna come, but if you're not the right person for them, they're gonna go away, and you're not gonna be able to keep them. Do all that introspection. Find the answers within you. It's tough, and I'm not here saying that it's not. That's the actual reality of going in a journey to legitimately like yourself and who you are. but it's not impossible, and it's very beneficial, and it's so nice. It's so nice, dude. It's so nice. Like, I look at myself now and I'm like, I'm just so proud of myself. Every single day I'm just so proud of myself. And I look back at little old me, who was insecure, who cared too much about other people's opinions, who wasn't sure of herself, who was very jealous, or like who was very confused. Wait. Don't get me started. But I look back at her and I'm like, you know what? Like, I did it, girl. Oh my god. Okay, like I look back at her and I'm like, we did it, baby. We fucking did it. You're getting there. You're getting there. You know, like, I'm not 100% where I want to be. There's still some work, but it's way better than where I was maybe a year ago, or maybe like 10-15 years ago. It's a way better place now. Like, one of my things that like really pushes me to always prioritize me and focus on me is telling myself that I have to be best friends with my future self. Do the work now so that your future self can see the rewards from it, because you're gonna be her. You're gonna be her at one point. Do the work now. I care about me so much that I push myself to do some things that I literally sometimes don't want to do, but I know that they're good for me and I know that they're gonna be beneficial for me. And then, you know, when future me is at the point where like, oh shit, we needed you to do this, I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm like, of course. I'm like, of course I did it. Of course. Are you kidding me? So be that person for you. If you do the work now to become the right person, when you meet future you, when you are future you and future you meets the right person that's for you, you're gonna be able to look back and be like, yeah, bitch. Yeah, thank you. Thank God I did that. Thank God I did that. Because now you're the right person for the right person that's for you. Clink. Soulmates. Ooh. Don't focus on who's gonna love you. Don't focus on who you're gonna love. Focus on you first. The people that are gonna love you, they're gonna come. Okay? Because, like I've said many, many times before, whatever is meant for you will not pass you. All those friendships that you want, they're meant for you. The relationship that you want, it's meant for you. The people that are right for you will always be for you, but you have to become the right person first, so that when it comes to you, nothing can take it away, and you can cherish it and you can keep it. You can take care of it in the good way, in the right way. I'm gonna read you this little text from Carl Jung. Beautiful fucking text, and it is essentially what I'm trying to say in here. To love someone else is easy, but to love what you are, the thing that is yourself, it's just as if you were embracing a glowing red-hot iron. It burns into you, and that is very painful. Therefore, to love somebody else in the first place is always an escape, which we all hope for, and we all enjoy it when we are capable of it. But in the long run, it comes back to us. You cannot stay away from yourself forever. You have to return. You have to come to that experiment to know whether you really can love. That is the question, whether you can love yourself, and that will be the test. He ate with that one. And if you're like, okay, well, like, I already love myself because, girl, been there, then pay attention. Okay, does my partner love himself? Do they love themselves? Are they meeting me at my level? Are they the right person for me because they've done the work that I did? Have they done that? And if they haven't, babes, they're not the one for you. And if they haven't, run. I'm telling you, run. You cannot do the work for other people. You really can. And, you know, like, the right person that's for you, if you haven't done the work for yourself, I promise you, they're not gonna want to do it for you. The moment you start choosing you, everything else is gonna choose you. So if you choose to just focus on the other person, on the one that you want to meet and all these things, while you're not prioritizing you first, while you're not taking the time to choose you first, then you're doing life for other people. Do life for you. Pick you. Choose you. Love you. And you know what, like, loving yourself shouldn't be hard, and it's really not. Once you get to the point that you're like completely happy with who you are, like, you realize that it's not that hard. It's just the process going through it, but enjoy it. You know, you get to learn so much about yourself. You get to find out about a lot of things that you forgot about yourself, and you end up feeling just like a lot of inner peace. There's not like a day where like I woke up and I was like, oh my god, I love myself. It's very gradual. Like, sometimes I look at myself like in the mirror, you know, like while I'm walking or something, and like I feel myself just being in my body, and I'm like, I'm like, okay. I'm that girl. I'm that girl. It's just nice to be able to say that and mean it. And it took me a minute to get to that point. It took me a minute to get to a point where I was very happy and proud to say that, you know what, I like who I am. I was not that person, you know, like 100% of my life I was not. But once I got to that point, I was like, yeah, like this feels nice. This feels nice. If you want to look at it in like a spiritual way and stuff, if that's all you're giving out, especially to yourself, that's all you're gonna get back. That's all you're gonna get back. I love being at a point where I can wholeheartedly say that I give out love because it's what makes me feel good, and therefore I get it back. That's also why, you know, like I like to make these videos, you know, for example, because I love being able to share my life experiences with people, and I love being able to share my own perspective on things, because I know that I was at one point that person that was looking for other people to resonate to. Like if I can be an outlet for someone to resonate with, or if I can be an outlet for someone to try to become better, you know, and like see, okay, well, like this person has been in a similar situation than me, and they can do it, and I can do it too. This is just me like giving myself out to another group of people, and that's love. And that's another way that I can say, you know what, like I really like I like myself, you know, like if I wouldn't be making any of these videos if I didn't enjoy who I was, and I wouldn't be making any of these videos if I didn't like my mind, my thoughts and all. I'm also making these videos because I was encouraged to, but at the end of the day, it's because I like myself. Love in general, girl, that shit is fucking powerful. Love is that bitch. Everything that you want derives from love. I promise you. When a woman is loved properly, she shines, she glows, and not only from like a physical level, but like her aura, her hair, her skin, her spirit, it shines. When a woman is loved properly and she is allowed to be herself 100%, a free spirit, which, by the way, if you have a spirit, if you are a spirited person, don't date people who don't have a spirit. Do not be with people, and do not surround yourself with people who do not have a spirit that matches yours. I don't recommend it. It sucks because you love them but they're boring as fuck. I love to dance. I think I've talked about this before. I love to dance, and one of my things is like I will not be with a man that does not like to dance and that does not want to dance with me, which I've been, you know, and in those times I just felt like I was hurting myself. And that drained me. When women are not loved right, you can see it. This is gonna sound very dramatic, but they kind of lose the light. They lose the light that they have. They lose the shine, and it's not good. I remember like I was watching videos of myself from like a year and a half ago or something, and I looked so drained, and I thought I was being loved properly, and I thought I was doing good, not only, you know, with my self-love, but with the people I was dealing with. I was not. Newsflash, I was not. And I look back at the videos, I'm like, who the fuck was that girl? What happened to her? Don't surround yourself with people that make you ugly. Please. My point being, love is strong as fuck, and that bitch is powerful. And if it changes you that much by being with the right person, if being loved by the right person changes you to that extent of glowing and like radiating in a different way, just imagine how much better you're gonna feel when you start loving yourself, when you start taking care of yourself, when you start looking for you, you know, and taking care of you and prioritizing you. I'm just telling you for personal experience, self-love is the best type of love, and I have gone to a point where I literally do not need anybody else's love but my own. And if a love comes around, babes, I'm fucking open and ready, you know? The way I love me is so good. And you should get to that point. You should get to a point where you're like, yeah, you have to compete with me. Not with anybody else, with me. I was really not sure what I was even going to talk about, so I'm sorry if like the video is all over the place. I hope it's not. And I hope it makes sense. I just wanted to say what the fuck, because I posted a video today. I'm filming this the day that I posted my last video, and we're at 500 subscribers. We're like at 531 or something. I don't know when that happened, but I'm taking it. I thought we were gonna be like at 400 subscribers. We're at 531, and I think by the time that I post this, I don't know how many it's gonna be until, you know, by the time that I post this, but But I'm excited and I'm happy. I'm so glad I'm resonating with people. I got a few video requests, so I'm working on those. Trust me, if you sent me a video request, I saw it, and I probably answered to your message. I just need some time. So girl, your girl is busy. She's busy and she got a life, but I see them. They're in my head right here, so I am hoping to get them out to you. I'm very, very happy for all the support again that I be getting on this little space of mine. I'm so excited for all the new people that have arrived. I'm so excited for the people that have stayed. And again, I'm just very grateful for it all. I'm very grateful for all the love. Talking about love, I'm so grateful for all the love, so thank you for that. Anyways, I hope you learned something. I hope it made sense, and I'll see you when I see you. Okay, love you.